I'm tired of traditional art. I started drawing seriously in maybe 2006. I always drew traditional. In the beginning, I was mostly using colored pencils to color my stuff. I actually remember that I was searching for a nice ink pen for a long time as a kid because I didn't know what was out there. When I was in 6th grade, my school had a drawing contest, which I won, and got some really cheap watercolor gouache set. I love that thing, although it sucked. It was a stepping stone for me using brushes. The colors were awful. The paint would leave this sticky, thick yellow stuff leaking out of some tubes. I could like barely open them up after, so I decided to transfer the paint into jars. Well, which was a mistake. They started getting moldy and I had to throw away almost all of them, and then later on all. I guess around 2012 I decided that it was necessary for an artist to own a digital tablet, so I got the cheapest Wacom bamboo pen tablet. Freaking hated that thing. I lost all the replacement nibs and overall never really used it because I could just never get down to draw anything somewhere else than on the surface I'm looking at. Digital art was just always something I didn't enjoy as much as drawing with brushes and inks. So in 2016, I got some watercolor inks, the same ones I'm still using now. And until now, I was always fine with that. So people would always ask me what it would take for me to do digital work. And I would always say, I need to be able to draw on the screen. Then I'll try. The ultimate device would always have been the iPad Pro, but I never knew I could afford it. But I have a job now. This plays into each other really nicely because I'm tired of traditional art. More specifically, coloring traditionally. I like to sketch on paper, I like to ink on paper, but I don't like coloring with brushes and ink anymore. I want to try out something new. I really suck at mixing colors, and I suck at putting them on the paper. I'm just not good with it. So I decided for my first paycheck I would invest in a tablet. So I looked up some on-screen tablets that you connect to your PC, on which I then got an ad for Microsoft Surface Go, which a lot of people also referred as the Microsoft Surface No, because it really sucks apparently. On which I saw a comment that said, just get the new iPad. It has the same price and is way better. Now the Surface Go was selling for $400, so naturally I was shocked because I always just assumed the iPads were incredibly expensive. Sure enough though, Apple released the iPad 6 9.7 inch with an Apple Pencil support. No iPad Pro, but good enough? So I did some digging. There are 2 iPad Pros selling in the Apple Store at this point in time, the 10.5 inch and the 12.9 inch one. There used to be a 9.7 inch one, but it was removed after the new one came out. The new iPad isn't a Pro model, which made me a little hesitant, but luckily there are many people who sell their old stuff. So I took it to a secondhand website of my choice and found the Pencil and the iPad Pro 9.7 inch for almost the same price as the new iPad 2018 with new Pencil. And there is my choice. For the past year, I've been putting off things because I had to do them digitally and I didn't want to do them with all of my stupid tablet. I was missing out on opportunities and putting off work I had to do. I don't know how much traditional coloring I'll be doing from now on, but I know that I'll have fun exploring new things. I'm going to be attempting Inktober this year purely with digital art. Hopefully I won't fail like last year. Well, thank you for watching, and to conclude this, it's time for a weekly fortune cookie. Life is too short to hold grudges. That's very fitting to what I wanted to say next, because I was gonna say, and with that, I wish you a nice weekend. Don't unsubscribe because I'm trying something new, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Or I'll see you earlier than next week because Inktober, so. I'll see you on Monday, hopefully. Ugh, I hope I don't mess this up. Love you guys. Bye.